Hey y'all, Shark Scrapper. Well, I think we have some sort of server here. It's a Dell. So, and this looks like this would have been caddies for hard drives. So I'm kind of thinking this is a server, but plus it's just got that look to it, right? It's big, it's boxy. All right, come on, let's dive in and find out. Alrighty now, let's get these side panels off. That'll give us an idea what we're dealing with here. Well, that one didn't do anything for me. This one looks this side looks very business-like. All right, now, man, you are heavy still. We got power supplies in here. That's why we're still heavy. All right, this out of here. I don't know what that's all about. It almost makes me think it was in a building that had a fire, and that's fire retardant. All right, so we've got gold fingers on the power board, so we're gonna get that off there real quick. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we just take hold right at the edge. Just take hold right at the edge there. Peel it back a little bit. And there's the gold fingers. Now that's just gold Enig, but still it goes with your gold fingers. And power supply. Oh, that's a nice board. Y'all are gonna love seeing this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll tip it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 RAM sticks. Nice server board inside of here. Some loose parts floating around inside of here. Might be hard to see with all the dust, whatever that is on there. I don't know what that is. Let's see if you guys are aluminum. You feel pretty light. Nope. You're just very light ferrous. Ouch. I hate when I jam my knuckles on sharp edges. Yeah, it's a nice RAM stick. 64 megabytes. All of them. All 64 of them. I'm using the RAM stick to free up the other RAM sticks. And this one was 256. So, but what I like about these old RAM sticks is they're nice and heavy. So, that makes a little more money when we sell them. And we're getting some stuff unlatched down here. This board, backplane board, but this side has got a whole lot of components on it. So I'm thinking peripheral high grade because this is so densely populated, even though that part is a backplane board. Anyway, I'm sure that Chris will let me know when he sees this. You better tell me, Chris, because I put it in with my peripheral high grade, so I need to know if I have to take it out. Yeah. Got some more cords in the way here. If you're new to my channel, remember, or you don't know, you can't remember because you don't know this yet, but my yard does not require that I take the ends off of my number 2, and they take my ribbon wire as number 2 insulated. So Your yard, most yards, want you to take the connector ends off of the wire. My yard is one of the ones that doesn't require that. So that's a Benny. All right, now, got to figure out how to get at that side. Don't I? I may have to take the top off. You see all this dust? That's just more dust than what normal dust would be. But it's not purple or pink the way firefighting chemicals would be. So I don't know what's going on there. I just don't know. All right, let's see. This board, that's a power connection board. Yeah, that's just going to be a mid-grade board. Connectors. There's no, let's see, I don't see any components on this. Get you off of here. Yeah, just some little tiny components. So I'm throwing this in with my mid-grades. Get the fan out of the way. All right. That was entirely much too much work. Much more work than it had to be. Look at all this dust. Man. All right, so this is really interesting, and this is why I wanted to get this board out, because what we've got here is slot processors. So this was a old slot processor server. That is something else. So, that's not a slot processor there though. That I'm sure it was some sort of processor board, but it doesn't have the chip on it that the slot processor board has. Let me show you. See, this is a slot processor board. It's got a processor on it, nice big chip. This one, some sort of, and that says Intel, this says Dell. So this was something other than a slot processor. Oh man, gold finger card, I guess. You know, it's a gold finger card. It's not RAM. So gold finger card, slot processor card, that's a separate category on board sort. And this heatsink is really just sheet aluminum. So this is not your typical extruded aluminum heatsink. So I'm going to put this in with my sheet aluminum. And here we have a little low-grade board. Let's get the CMOS battery off of here. This is a really nice example of an older server board. You know, you got big BGAs. Here's gold cornered BGAs. 1, 2, 3. 3 gold cornered BGAs of pretty good size. You've got some really nice mounted chips on here. Bunch of ICs, very large MLCCs. So if you're in a place where you have to depopulate or you just choose to, you've got some nice components here to depopulate with the MLCCs. Oh, here's some tantalums up here and some more tantalums over here. There's some black tantalums and mixed in with the ICs. There's some oscillators floating around, and then of course the MLCCs, the gold cornered BGAs. So there's some nice stuff here for depopulating. You've also got these brass screws from that were holding the slot processor heat sinks in place. So real nice board here. Now usually Chris takes slot processor boards as large socket motherboards. So I'm going to assume this is going to go in with the large socket motherboard category. Whole lot of stuff here. So Chris, let me know if I should upgrade this. But you know, again, it's slot processor board, but it was too, you know, so there's a part of me that says, well, if you usually take a slot processor board as a large socket motherboard, this would be a dual socket server board, wouldn't it? Does my logic make sense, Chris? Does my logic make sense there? I think it does. I think you're probably just sort of jammed in from age and dust and dirt. There we go. That's all that was. Just needed a little condensing. Some more cables off of here. I don't mess with these little floppies, so that can stay on there. We'll get this little board off of here. It's just a low-grade board. It's nothing to get excited about. Yeah, it's just a little low-grade board, tactile switches and such. And we got a big old chunk of metal. Oh, I see tiny little screws down here. Hiding from me. There we go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Any more screws? I don't see any more screws. There we go. And that's not gold. CD-ROM board, we got a brass spindle. Let's see if we can get to that easy. Kind of buried a little bit. And the shred. And I'm not going to mess with it. Get all this dust out of the way. Look at that. All right, I'm going to get the operating table cleaned up. We'll talk with you all after a while. Have a great one.